Lame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you another video. When it rains, it pours, guys. When it rains, it pours. In a weird way, this is the most exciting stuff that's happened with Call of Duty in a long time because the game is... the game's boring. You know, there's nothing really going on. But this is some spicy stuff. And I just kind of want to cover it, get this out. It's like 3 in the morning, so I'm sorry if I'm not my sharpest in this video, but I need to get this out like ASAP. I'm not even sure what like gameplay I'm going to use. I'm not sure the title I'm going to use. But all I know is when it rains, it pours. And it's a tsunami right now in the Call of Duty landscape. I'm going to kind of blow your mind this video with some of the stuff I'm going to unearth. I've brought this up in the past in previous videos, but it needs to be repeated just to show you how full of shit Activision and Call of Duty actually are. So, the big news making the rounds right now. NICKMERCS, his bundle, all 12 people that bought that garbage, they had to be just ecstatic because they have a collector's item, I guess. But his bundle for Modern Warfare 2 Warzone 2 has been pulled from the store. Do you want to know why? Because he tweeted this. In response to someone on Twitter about some protests, I'm not going to get too far into it. You can look it up if you want to see the nitty-gritty. The reason I don't get into it, and this goes back to my old podcast days. I had a podcast called The Gentleman's Choice. We had a rule on that podcast, and it was no politics, no religion, no Hulk Hogan. The Hulk Hogan thing was a joke. But it kind of came to fruition because he ended up dropping some choice words in a private video. The point of all this is that I typically don't share my opinions on anything because I don't identify with either side. I don't want to be lumped with either side. I think they're both, once you go so far left or right, they're both complete fucking idiots. So I don't mess with that garbage, right? But you can look up what he responded to, but this was the tweet, and this is what got his bundle pulled, and I guess he's canceled from Call of Duty now. Call of Duty actually officially responded to this, and they said, due to recent events, we have removed the NICKMERCS Operator Bundle from the Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone store. We are focused on celebrating Pride with our employees and our community. That is their official response. Now, here's the thing. Here's the part that's going to blow your mind here. No matter what you think of this, there's a big... I think we can all agree that there's this thing going on where big companies will try to just pander. I feel it's that, at least. They try to kind of pander to whatever is trendy and whatever is going to get them the most sales, pretty much. 14 years ago, they had the exact opposite stance. They released an ad called Fight Against Grenade Spam. You can actually still find it on YouTube, I do believe, if you type in Fight Against Grenade Spam. Now, take the first letter of each of those words there, Fight Against Grenade Spam, and do the math. They made an ad campaign with some baseball player or something with that acronym. And it was very, very on the nose. You know, it wasn't subtle at all what they were trying to say. And of course, it got pulled because backlash. This was 2009, but there was still enough backlash where it got pulled. And to my knowledge, I don't think they ever apologized for it. They may have. But regardless, in 2009, again, they just kind of go with whatever's trendy. You know, back then, the edgy kind of humor was trendy. And, I'm thinking, like, what was around there that time period? Like Tropic Thunder, great movie, by the way. They're going with, like, the edgy humor because it's trendy, and I think they're doing the same thing now. I mean, I pretty much know they're doing the same thing now. But I talked about this previously, like the bundle thing. I talked about this previously in a video where I was like, I don't really have a lot of respect for NICKMERCS and Tim the Tatman because they're choosing to partner with a bunch of fucking assholes in Activision. And honestly, calling them assholes is putting it lightly. They've been so shitty. Just type in Activision controversy into Google and look at what comes up. Most recently, I've covered this before, but most recently there was a sexual harassment problem in their workplace, the Activision Blizzard workplace. And this ended up... I don't want to get too dark here in case you're eating Cheerios in the morning or something, but this ended up with someone losing their life over basically workplace harassment. So yeah, they're scum. You know, why would you want to even work with these people? This is public knowledge. It was in a lawsuit, an actual lawsuit. So already, I'm not really like on board with them working with Activision in the first place. The respect I had for them went down. But this just goes to show, man, when you make deals with snakes, you're gonna get bit. And speaking of snakes, Dr. Disrespect has some words about snakes in his tweet. He says, "Who's running Call of Duty PR and marketing now? Same people from the Purple Snakes, aka Twitch? Pathetic." We all know Doc's troubles with Twitch, we do if you follow him at least. And, you know, Call of Duty and Twitch both kind of distancing themselves from pretty much the biggest gaming content creator ever. I think I can say, yeah, I would say ever. As far as I know, metrics don't lie. So them distancing themselves from Dr. Disrespect has to be the dumbest fucking thing either company has ever done. Ever. You know, like, I don't talk about the doc too much in my videos and stuff, but I can't think of somebody who I guess I look up to more. Not to pander myself, but I can't think of anyone I look up to more than the doc. And maybe like Jev or something, because these two guys have made it. They have huge followings, and they've never not spoken their mind. They've had fun with it. Like, these two are prime examples of what you should strive to be if you are a content creator. Not that you should rip them off or anything, but you should strive to hit their level of just, I don't know, entertainment mixed with just off-the-cuff kind of thoughts. And they know how to do it. So the doc's saying this, like, you can't really disagree with it. I mean, the guy leaves every other content creator in the fucking dust. So that's really all that needs to be said. But no, I mean, I kind of agree with him, because check this out. So you guys know about the COD updates, right? The COD updates Twitter, the new Twitter or whatever. I actually went, I swear to God, I went to go thank them personally in a public tweet. I went to go thank them for responding to the community, finally, and not treating us like lepers. Finally, I went to go tweet at them and say thank you, and I was blocked. I've never tweeted at this account, guys. Never. I'm not blocked by, like, the official Call of Duty account. I'm not blocked by Infinity Ward. I think I'm blocked by Treyarch, maybe Sledgehammer. The point is, I'm not blocked by all of them. I've never even tweeted at these guys. In fact, I've never really tweeted at Treyarch, I don't think either, but that's beside the point. The fact that their main priority upon making this account is to just look me up and block me, like literally type in my name in Twitter and block me, speaks volumes. Because at the end of the day, man, look, I'm a character first and foremost on YouTube. I'm kind of a persona, but lately I've kind of taken a step back from that persona because there's so much real shit going on. I feel like I need to give you guys like my genuine just response as Anthony, not Blame Truth. I don't really want to dress any of this up. It doesn't even need to be dressed up because it's so fucking ridiculous and silly, you know? It's just silly. I don't even need to put on my, like, wrestling shtick, man. It is fucking stupid. And here's the thing. You might go back and look at that Call of Duty tweet and see all those likes on it and stuff like that. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, this company doesn't fucking care about you, man. They're pandering to you to get a sale, and, I hope people wake up and kind of see that one day, but until then, I want to tell you, like, they don't give a fuck, man. Them canceling Nick Mercs, look, I actually kind of like Nick Mercs. I don't like the fact that he signed on to this deal with Activision in the first place, you know? But, I mean, lesson learned, I hope. It's really stupid of Activision to pull his bundle and whatnot. It's just a fucking waste of time for people at this point. But it's also stupid for him to even, like, he knows who he's partnering with. Why even say something like that on Twitter? Why even tempt it? You know what I mean? It's just a colossal waste of time for everyone involved, and of course the customers lose out. Why can't you just stick to, I don't know, Cold War kind of had the right idea, if I can praise Cold War a little bit here before this video ends. Cold War had the right idea. Cold War brought in John Rambo and John McClane and Ghostface. You can't cancel these guys. Like, as far as I know, Rambo does not have a Twitter account where he will say something that will get him canceled. I don't think Ghostface does either. I could be wrong. Stop making skins for people. Stop making skins for people that have Twitters. Twitter's just a cesspool. I say this and I have it. You know, like, it's a cesspool. Do like Fortnite and just do these cool crossovers with like Marvel characters and stuff. I don't know. Bring us something cool. Stop with this lame ass shit, and then stop with this like pandering. I want you guys to answer me this before this video ends here. Why can't they just ignore what he said on Twitter like they've ignored us for years? Asking for them to just address SBMM. Not even change it. Just address it. Tell us how it works. Why couldn't they ignore his tweet like they have ignored our requests for them to leave SM2 up? Or X Labs or whatever. When we're like screaming saying, hey, this is bullshit. You're taking down projects, fan-made projects, by people working for free. You're taking down community passion projects, essentially. Because you're greedy assholes. Why can't they ignore that tweet like they've ignored our requests for them not to be giant pieces of shit? Seriously. Someone answer that for me right now. This company is so backwards. I said it before. Previous video. I'm not buying Modern Warfare 3. I'm not buying the next Call of Duty. If you see gameplay of it on this channel, it will either be someone else's or I will have a stolen copy. I will break into GameStop and buy a copy. I'm not even kidding. Actually, you know what? I got one better. I know people work at independent game stores around here. I'm pretty sure they can, like, well, I'm pretty sure they could pull some strings for me. But, guys, let me know what you think about all this in the comments section below. Keep it civil if you could. I know this is a hot topic. I don't do political stuff because, man, all these labels and stuff, God, I think it just divides people more than it helps, helps them be inclusive, but that's just me. I don't know. Me, like, I'm a human being, you know? I'm a human being. What are you? You human being too? Cool. That's really about it. That's really about it. I don't know, man. This is just getting goddamn ridiculous is what it's getting. I'm curious to see how Call of Duty continues to shoot themselves in the foot, because this can't be a very good move. If the doc, and I saw, I believe it was, let me actually find the tweet. I do believe I screenshotted it. I believe it was one of the Modern Warfare operators, Alexandra. She says, in response to that tweet, she says, "No wonder COD is the worst it's ever been. Dumb as fuck." Well, there you go. Again, I'm getting to this pretty early. Curious to see what other people have to say, but when it comes down to it, I don't think he should have his bundle pulled. I think maybe Activision should have been like, hey, can you delete this tweet? Maybe. I don't see why they just don't ignore it. Just do what you want, man. What a mess. What an absolute mess this whole franchise has become. And 4 years ago, I tried to tell you, if you're new to this channel, as soon as Modern Warfare 2019 came out, I was like, all right, I've had enough. You guys have jerked me around with your stupid supply drop bundles for years. Ever since Black Ops 2, the game's been kind of going downhill, or at least mid. Come on now, I'm sick of it. If I knew it would get to this point, I would have yelled and I would have screamed louder. I would have been more mean. I would have made a video every single day until I was heard back then. We're getting traction now. Thank you guys again for like all the love lately on my videos. I really appreciate it. But I want to make it clear right now. My channel kind of does better the dumber Call of Duty gets. I would rather just have a good game. I would love to make a positive video about the franchise or the game or something. I would love to stream the game again. I used to stream Call of Duty. Love to do that. I would gladly take a hit to the pocketbook to have a good Call of Duty for everybody. And I'm serious. I don't know, man. I'm pretty set. I'm good with money. I'm fine. I will take a good Call of Duty and take a paycheck hit if that's what it means. But again, I'm in the minority there, I guess. But guys, I hope you enjoyed. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. Peace out.